What's up, egg salad sandwiches? Today we're going to be making a terrarium for a praying mantis nymph. This is about 1 gallon. This is not a permanent home, as when the praying mantis does get bigger, it will need a bigger home. So the materials you'll need for this are obviously the terrarium. I made this lid out of cardboard. It's makeshift, because the one it came with just had too many holes and it was like the whole thing. The materials you're going to be needing is little like rocks or clay balls for the drainage layer. This is so that any excess water in the dirt doesn't just make it, gross and moldy. You're going to be needing some tweezers. Well, these aren't necessary, but just makes it easier for planting things. Then some twigs. I'm just going to break this piece up into multiple. You're going to need some dirt. I got this outside, but you can also use stuff you got from the store like cocoa fiber or Repti soil or just anything like that. Then we have some moss, some different variety. I recommend using different varieties of moss because it just makes your setup more interesting and just better to look at. And then this is not necessary, but I have a bag of flax and chia seeds here that I'm going to put in the dirt area so I can have a nice lush bed of like little plants. And then sometimes even you could harvest them and use them for stuff. So the first thing you're going to want to do, also by the way, if you have a bigger setup, you do want to have a screen mesh or something over the drainage layer, separating the drainage layer and the dirt, just so that the dirt doesn't mix. But since it's so small and the dirt I have is super fine, it's okay. You can also use sand as a drainage layer and other things like that. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take your rocks or your mica/sand, just whatever works for you. So we'll put it in here. For a terrarium this size, probably like 1/8 of an inch is okay. I'm just going to slope it up in the back a little bit. You can put more as you need for like a bigger setup that needs more water. And then we're going to put the dirt in now. Obviously, we're going to put the dirt in now. So just some nice dirt I found outside. It's pretty nice and fine. It's good stuff. Now, this doesn't have to just be for a praying mantis nymph. It can also be for any type of small insect, slash like arachnid, or just invertebrate, like worms or, like centipedes. So it's always good to slope it because it creates more interest and depth. You don't have to slope it, obviously. You can do whatever design you want. But then I'm going to get this rock I found with moss all over it. And now you do not have to wash your rocks and stuff that you find outside in moss if you do not want to. If you want to have like a little ecosystem, you can just keep them like this and there'll be little bugs on there and everything. Yeah, but if you are keeping a mantis that is like from a different area, you should wash it. I'm just gonna catch a praying mantis nymph and raise it. Hopefully have some praying mantis babies for the future. So I'm just gonna place it wherever I feel it would look the best. Here, hang on one second. I gotta go get some more rocks. So I got some more rocks, and these are just like limestone rocks, so they're pretty good for this. They're not too interesting looking, but that's okay. Doesn't have to be anything crazy for a praying mantis nymph. Just make sure you have places for it to climb and things like that. So we're gonna take some more dirt. Then we're just gonna put it back here. Just a little bit of that dirt. Nice. So we're gonna just press it down and make it all nice and sloped, but not like just everywhere. And then we're gonna take some of our moss. I'm not sure what kind of moss this is. If you could tell me in the comments. Oop. See, that moss there had a roly-poly. So we'll just put him in there. It's okay to have little bugs like that. Remember, do not keep your praying mantis together. That can lead to them eating each other. There are some species that can be kept together, like ghost mantids and species like that. But I do not recommend keeping them together, as they will try and eat each other and succeed most of the time. So we're just going to put our different kinds of moss in the corner here. Just kind of make it all nice and cool looking. Then I have some little plants. Again, not sure what this is, but it looks cool. So we're going to put it in. I'm going to make a little hole back here for its roots. And this is where tweezers, this is where tweezers come in handy. Gosh. Alright, just kind of, yep, there we go. Oh, alright. It's kind of hard to put plants in there. Kind of cover the roots up with the dirt here. And you know, that looks pretty good so far. It looks pretty nice and scenic. Then we're going to take some more of our moss and just kind of just put it back here. You're really not going to see this moss very much, so it doesn't really matter where you put it. Let's just put some moss back here. It's good for aeration, and it sucks up any extra water, and also keeps the setup kind of dry. Not dry, but it keeps it from getting too wet. It also keeps up with humidity. So moss is a must-have. I'm not sure what this is again. I don't know if it'll survive in here because it doesn't have any roots, but we're gonna see. It's cool looking. So I'm probably just going to put some kind of Mediterranean mantis in here. I could put a picture of it right here. That'd be nice. Just kind of just putting moss in here. And then we're going to put the sticks. You need sticks for your praying mantis because they climb around and they do all that stuff. So sticks are a immediate must-have. If you don't have sticks / branches in your setup, then you're doing something wrong. Like really, they are a must-have. So I'm just kind of just placing these about. Kind of want to make it so they can intertwine, so the praying mantis can just crawl all around. And it won't spend all of its time on the sticks, but most of the time. And also you're going to want to make sure that on your roof, the container, you're going to want to have mesh or something up here that the praying mantis can hold on to so it can molt. This kind of terrarium is probably only for an instar, probably only to instar 4. That basically just means the molt. How many times they've molted in their lifetime. So instar 4 would just be they've molted 4 times. Sorry, I don't have much to say. I'm not really used to making videos. But there we go. And then we're going to take our chia and flax seeds and just sprinkle them about on the floor. You can bury them. It is not necessary though. So you just want to sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle all over. Now this is totally optional. You do not have to do this. The praying mantis won't eat the seeds or the plants. It's just for looks and so that any excess water is just absorbed by these plants. These do not take long to grow. They'll probably sprout tomorrow after I water them. Just kind of sprinkle these all about. Nice. Alright, so those will become a nice lush leaf bed eventually. Obviously not right now. It'll probably take them around 2 weeks to become fully grown and just have a little leaf bed. You do have to do some trimming with these because they do get really long and it kind of covers up everything. So yeah, I mean, that's basically it. It's just a little terrarium. Pretty cool. Nothing crazy. Yeah, that's basically it. You just want to have a nice little terrarium with lots of places for the praying mantis to climb and do all of its eating and drinking. You're going to want to spray this every 1 or 2 days. You can spray water directly on the mantis, not a lot, but if you just have like a spray bottle, it'll be fine to spray on the mantis. It'll clean itself off and get a nice drink from it. And also, you don't need a sponge or anything, or a water dish, because they do not drink from that. I mean, they might, but it's dangerous also because they can drown in it. So I would recommend not doing that. So yeah, I mean, that's about it. Let me know if you want to see a video of me trying to find a mantis nymph in the future. And that's gonna be about it. Thanks for watching, and see you later.